It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's speedy running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. We can hardly wait for the start of this one. All that and more coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on.
They bring the pressure, down he goes! And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. The first carry here for the rookie from the U. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits him on the in route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that gives them the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. This throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. They are throwing it again. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create...
And it's caught! Touchdown! These guys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just...
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out, now in his 9th NFL season.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown. These guys finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And they'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with, just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. Airing it out to start this drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play, and that'll be a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw it on first down. Brought in right side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll give him a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play action on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They go play action on first. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play coming here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually. So 2nd down coming up. He's going to throw this one. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back now. Pressure on its way. Hits him on the out route. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They're set up at the 35 now. He'll throw it yet again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throw left side, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They go play action here. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep. or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Here comes their offense out again. They're still in search of that first down of this game, Brock. Hoping to put together a drive and avoid calling on the punter again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give him a 1st down. Looking to the air here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll give him a 1st down. Motioning the tight end now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Setting up a throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They'll send out the punting unit. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
All right, here we go, second down. They send the tight end in motion. Another try following the sack. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To throw here on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Throwing now, off play action. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He's dropping back to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So that brings up 4th and long. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Here's a give up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's caught for the first. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Here's 2nd and 11. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Their punter making his way out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Receiver in motion, headed right. 2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught at the 10-yard line. He makes it in for the touchdown. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys push their lead to 3.
Our home team, 14.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting at the 10. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting all set for this series. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He'll throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Dropping back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw it again. That one's complete over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 29. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this 1st half. So we've reached halftime, only a 6-point difference between these clubs. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. He'll take this at the 10. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got 1st down from the 31. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And this one does not go far.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that brings up 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on 1st. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11, and they'll have 1st down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Give now to the running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Tackled back at the 30-yard
Kate,
line.
it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Throw on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Airing it out to start this drive. Cut out left. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 41. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Makes the catch and gets the feet in.
You know, know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way was telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now they'll throw out of the gun. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, your internal clock right there, it has got to be tuned up a little bit. Plenty of time. In this league, if you get 3 seconds to throw the ball and it's not out of your hands, that responsibility falls on you as a QB. But give some credit to the defense, who was able to get home and get the sack.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. They'll throw it. Looking for a target. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. To throw here on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up 1st down. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the 23. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And that is what we call a stat stuffer. First, Kate, he picks it off, and then he gets it in the backfield and gets home for the sack, and now he is just feeling it. He's thinking to himself, today is my day. And let me tell you, as a former quarterback, you don't want any defender ever thinking of playing with that confidence.
Back-to-back carries here. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still inches to go on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're left with 4th and short. So out now comes the punter. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. No return on that punt. And that is where they'll start the next drive. Now this offense ready to head back out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
It takes every piece of the symphony working in concert right there. When you run a draw on 3rd and long, everybody's got to do their job. The problem, they didn't, and this defense responded.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. The offense getting set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. To the air now on 1st and 10. It is cut left side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate, they stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, Johnson. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense
be a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now outruns their offense to take over. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
From the 38. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll throw it again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From just shy of midfield on second down. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
2nd and 10 now. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Looking to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. This one misses the tight end. So now they have 3rd and short. Now to throw. The rush gets home, and they stick him. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Desperation time here on 4th. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments. So win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
That one right down the middle. And these guys cut the lead down to just 2. Built some momentum, and they want to capitalize. They're lining up for an onside attempt. And they come through with the recovery. That one should win them this game. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.